Alrighty, good afternoon, everybody. Sorry for the late start. Right now I was trying to figure out what the heck happened. There was like a streaming issue. It should be fine for now, but we'll see how that turns out later. And also I had to go to a lower resolution than I normally do. That's because for some reason, like I think it was the output issue that I think now that I think about it. So it may be that we may have a streaming, like a lower resolution for now. Give me one quick second while I finish getting this game set up, making sure everything's fine. So give me another second. Okay, we should be all good to go. So give me one second while I switch over. So yeah, as you can see, we're back with Ace Attorney as usual. I'm really excited for this one because I think we talked about how Iris excuse me. Whew, sorry. How Iris said that the autopsy report is like the writing said it was like her dad. So I'm like, huh, okay, interesting. And my reaction to it may have been like a bit over the top, but I was genuinely confused with what was going on. So if you watch the VOD and you see what happened, like, oh hey Mustang, welcome back in. Yeah, if you watch the VOD, it may be like, what the heck why is he looking like that? Yeah, that's because I was genuinely confused about what the heck was going on. So what's up, Mustang? How have you been? Oh, poor Iris. I don't want to talk to her, but we have to talk about her daddy. And that word is just ruined by us gays. It's been ruined. Ruined. Would you like to tell us about... Lela, sorry. Would you like to tell us about it, Iris? About your father?
I'm sure I told you before, didn't I? That Daddy used to be Hurley's partner. Yes, and that notes about all the cases they solved together are kept inside that metal chest. That's right. Hurley told me, you see.
Okay, so Sholmes is the one that told you that.
He said that Daddy's somewhere far away now, so we can't meet.
I'm so sorry.
Daddy, he said that Daddy's on a farm up in the country, and he'll come back soon.
Let me get into it. Oh, that's cool. How did that go? Aw, it's okay. Don't worry. It's always great to have you here. Don't worry. Like, if you miss a stream, it does not matter. Okay? I have fun just doing the streams as is. Don't worry about it, okay? So how did that pool party go? Let's see here. That's one way of describing it.
Then, when I secretly unlocked the chest and read through the papers inside, I started to build up a picture in my head of what Daddy must be like.
Well, that's only natural.
You're just like any other girl of your age. I read that Daddy was a professor of medical science, so I studied and took my degree too.
That's when it started to... Well, that seems like a fun time there. I don't know how I feel about jumping from pool to pool, but hey, it's up to them. Hopefully it was a fun time for you. When I did I basically did like a little staycation in Oceanside for the Memorial Day weekend with my family. So we just had like a nice little time together. Well, that's only natural, I suppose.
In that respect, you're not quite like any other girl of your age, though.
It's true. How many 10-year-olds do you know you are getting their freaking degrees already?
But there was one thing that I could never find out. Daddy's name.
Ah.
His name wasn't anywhere on any of the notes that he'd made about his work with Hurley. But then one day...
That's what happened, is it? When you saw this autopsy report, you finally managed to work it out. Is that right?
Yes.
So was the handwriting in the report that caught her eye? This poor Iris. Like, God, I can't even like begin to say how I feel about all this, because her father, I don't know. It's just, oh, that's not. How was it? Was I'll get back to that thought. The AAP night, it was really great. It was a great turnout. For those of you who don't know, I had like a Vogue session with some Asian American and Pacific Islander members of the community here in LA, and I only expected like maybe 5 to 8 people in that room. 15 people showed up, and I was surprised. I was like, wow. There's like, I didn't think this many people would reach out, but they did. It was nice, and it was a great time to have just all these amazing Asian American and Pacific Islander people of the ballroom community in that one room and just vibing together. It was spectacular, and they want to do it again, so I'm slowly trying to get it back, get another group out. You should have said Kimchi was going to be, oh my, would have been 50. Yeah, but the thing is, like, not to shade Kimchi, but do you think Kimchi can Vogue? I want to see how she would do it. Kimchi could barely stand in heels like incorrectly. Have you seen it? And imagine her trying to Vogue. Not shading her by any means. It's just like we all know, like she even shades herself or makes fun of herself for not being able to dance. So yeah, it would have been. It's cool that we had so many people there, and I can't wait to do it again with more people. Anyway, so back. She can do the arm waving. I like doing that one because like I like to say like that's like Muppet arms. Yay! Those, well, mainly Kermit arms. Back to the thought I had about with Iris. It's just that for me with her, it's like it's kind of hard for me to like keep everything hidden from Iris because there's so much that we know already, but she has no idea what happened. And so the fact that we're constantly tiptoeing around it and beating around the bush, it's just that like you want to like just break it to her, but like she's 10. Like, is she really ready for that kind of news, you know? So I don't know. I can't. I can't keep like doing this to this child, but we have to do it for her sake, you know? Alright, let's keep going.
When I saw the writing on that report, I could hardly believe it. I know that handwriting, I thought to myself.
Because it was the same as the writing you'd seen on your father's case notes?
Exactly. I was desperate to compare the two properly. I needed to see them side by side. I asked the doctor in the laboratory, but I was told I couldn't take the report away. And even worse, I was told that was the first and last time we'd be allowed even to look at it there.
So you decided to steal it.
Oh. When I compared the autopsy report with the case notes I had here, there was no doubt. The handwriting was exactly the same. It was Daddy's. And the signature of the coroner at the bottom of the autopsy report read Dr. John H. Wilson. So that's how I finally found out. I learned Daddy's name at last.
I see.
Ever since then, I've called myself Iris Wilson.
Oh, so okay. Oh, now I'm finally getting it. So she had no clue who her father was. Like, I know I'm super late. I'm super late and I've been reading the dialogue like this entire time and the last stream. But it finally hit me. She had no idea who her father was. Huh. What a thunk. Can you see my scatterbrain how it works? I don't pay attention, and when someone finally brings something to its attention, I'm like, huh? Oh yeah, that's right. Huh? What do you know? It was there.
And that's also when I had the brilliant idea of writing stories all about Daddy's exciting times with Hurley. I decided there and then that I'd write the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Oh, Iris, I had no idea the stories had such a deep personal significance for you. I could cry right now. Please don't cry, Susie. Okay, I'll try not to.
I can see why the autopsy report was so important to her now. And why she was prepared to break the law to get her hands on it. I must apologize, Iris.
Huh?
This is really all my fault. Oh, no, it's Sula. This is really all my fault.
Hurley?
I made a promise, you see, that until the time was right, I keep the details about your father a secret.
I know. I've been very naughty.
She is 10 years old. 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 Don't say anything else. Don't say anything else. I am literally biting my tongue, trying not to say a dang dirty thing from a 10-year-old's mouth. I'm not gonna do it. Let's keep going. Nope, Mustang, we are not pushing this. We're not pushing this right now. We are not doing this today.
I'll take the autopsy report back to Dr. Gory and apologize, I promise.
Yes, we'll go together, I think.
Then, let me look after it for you until we get there. Clint's autopsy report has been entered into the court record. I must go and water my herbs, I think.
Wow, that's a big 180.
I'll see you all later. I'm going to cry. I'll water them with my tears.
Poor Iris. She must be feeling awful. I know Mr. Sholmes is here for her, but still. Is that it? Okay, something big happened, I guess.
What? How? What's the meaning of this, Mr. Sholmes?
Mr. Sholmes? Okay. Sholmes, what did you write on it? Did you draw a happy face on this thing? Did you mess it up somehow? Oh, dear me. It appears I did. So, you've noticed, I see. What?
But that would mean...
What on earth's the matter, Mr. Sato? You've turned as white as a sheet.
It's this autopsy report, Mr. Naruhodo. The one from 10 years ago. The writing isn't Dr. Wilson's at all.
Oh. Huh? What do you mean? How could you possibly know that?
Because I know this writing very well. This writing is my father.
Oh! Oh! No! Is this a Maury episode? Is this a Maury Povich moment? Is this you are not the father? Oh boy. Oh, this is awkward. So, is Mikatoba Susie's daddy? Oh boy. Oh, this is about to be a Maury Povich moment, isn't it? We're gonna do like an entire DNA test. We're gonna say, oh what? Oh god, I already forgot her dad's name. Mikatoba, you are not the father. Jesus, I can't with this. Okay, let's keep going. What? Professor Mikatoba's? I can turn down just a bit. Indeed, it's true. And now you know, my dear fellows. Oh, so he's the partner. No, I don't know anything. What on earth does all this mean, Mr. Sholmes? Because the idea that's slowly forming in my mind, it's just too extraordinary to believe. Please, you have to explain. Yeah, Sholmes, tell us everything. Tell us all you know, huh? Tell us everything! So, this autopsy report was actually penned by Professor Mikatoba then. But that makes no sense. It's not possible, surely. Not possible, my dear fellow. Pray take a deep breath. Pray, take a deep breath and think again. Think again. Yes, you're right. In some ways, it actually makes a great deal of sense. In what way? Tell me. It does? 10 years ago is when Father returned to Japan after his extended study tour in Britain. And prior to his return, where was Dr. Mikatoba engaged? Of course. He was an assistant in Dr. Wilson's laboratory, learning about forensic science. And as an assistant, he would have aided with the dissection work, making detailed notes, which would be assembled into the full autopsy report. Once the work was complete, the head coroner would check the contents and put his signature on the document. In other words, the only writing of Dr. Wilson's in the report would be his signature at the end. I see. So Iris got the wrong end of the stick, you mean? She saw that and assumed the whole report had been written by Dr. John H. Wilson. Which is very understandable, of course. What a complicated situation. You're telling me? Oh lord, this is already too much. Woo! The details of Clint's autopsy report have been updated in the court record. Alright, let's keep going. Thinking about it, most of what we know about you, Mr. Sholmes, comes from the published stories of your exploits. Yes, The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, written by Iris. Really? Oh, I didn't know anything about those stories. She types them right there. Oh, I don't pay attention.
And we really have no way of knowing what's fact and what's fiction.
Most troubling for you, my dear fellow, I'm sure.
So what about this supposed partner of yours? Did he really exist or not?
Ah, you've come straight to the point, I see. That's better.
And please come straight to the answer.
Thank you. I want to know what's happening here. I believe Iris explained it in one of her installments. He was a trusted comrade and the only person I could truly have called a friend.
And did this partner of yours truly make a record of all your cases? Are his notes really stored inside that metal chest?
Absolutely, my dear madam. Absolutely. So, where's your partner now? We rarely meet. You see, he lives on the other side of the world. I knew it! I saw it! It is Mikotoba.
Huh?
But if this autopsy report and the records of all your old cases were penned by the same hand, and if the autopsy report was written, though not signed, by your famous partner, there would be only one logical conclusion. Pray, impress me. Your partner would have to be Yujin, there you go. Yuji Mikotoba. In other words, Miss Susato's father. Pardon my word, Mr. Naruto. Yes? You are coming along wonderfully. You have hit upon the method at last. You finally grasped the art of deduction. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Sholmes. It means so much. No problem, Mr. Naruto. You mean to say... Allow me to introduce you. Oh, he's awake! To my great friend and partner, Mikotoba. Oh, he woke up quickly. Professor Mikotoba.
Does this mean that you're the real Dr. Wilson?
No, my dear. I'm still my old self, Yuji Mikotoba, your father.
Oh, of course. Oh, where are my manners?
This is obviously too much for Susato-san to take it. Yep. Same here. This is all too much for me. Jesus. I must say, though, how my old friend has attained worldwide celebrity as a great mystery solver is the greatest mystery of all. I still remember the first time we met. Pray remind me, when was it again, Mikotoba? 16 years ago, Sholmes. Yes, quite. 16 years ago. I just arrived from Japan with Seishiro and Genshin. I was in search of lodgings close to the hospital, some comfortable rooms at a reasonable price. But rents are definitely high in that particular area. That's right. So I decided I needed someone to share lodgings and the expense. And was fortunate enough to be introduced to Sholmes, who found himself in a similar situation. I was a callow fellow back then, a mere shadow of the great detective you see before you now. I was working at the hospital's chemical laboratory. Okay. I want to say laboratory. I was working at the hospital's chemical laboratory at the time, indulging my curiosities for little gain. And the situation of our cohabitation led us to pursuing cases together, you see. Hard to believe it was a mere 6 years. We had a great many adventures. But in the last year Mikoto was staying in Britain, that most infamous of cases presented itself. The case with which you've become rather familiar yourselves, the Professor killings. After the trial, Seishiro and I were summoned back home. Hardly surprising, given the circumstances. So there you have it. And as you know, all the details recorded by my trusty chronicler remain in that metal chest. I just don't see it. Well, okay. I guess I could see how they became partners and everything, but at the same time, you're telling me the reason why Mikotoba is Sholmes' partner is because they were roommates. Am I getting this? I mean, that's like the basic way of saying it. It's more complex than that, obviously. They have a history working together, and they work together well. But essentially, they kind of started working together because they were roommates? Am I reading this right? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna pull the joke. And oh my, and they were roommates. Oh my god, they were roommates. Oh my god. I swear to god, if this becomes like some kind of like I don't, okay. I forgot. How old is Sholmes? Did we have the profiles? Let me see. Okay, Mikatoba is 43 and Sholmes is 34. Okay. So it's a like a 9-10 year difference. But still, I'm like, God, Jesus. How many times is Sholmes gonna be like rooming with people here? He has a 10-year-old as a roomie. What the hell's going on? This is just amazing. You call it amazing, Naruhodo. I call it strange. Professor Mikatoba really is Mr. Oh no, that's the wrong inflection. Professor Mikatoba really is Mr. Sholmes' famous partner. Oh god, is she gonna have like a fangirl moment or something? I swear to god, that's gonna happen. Let me just turn on my fan real quick, because I'm getting hot and bothered here too. All right, let's go.
Father.
Goodness, my dear, what a cutting look. She's like, why didn't you tell me all this time?
As your daughter, I'm very proud to learn that you were the great detective's great partner. Oh,
she's like trying so hard to keep it in.
But nevertheless, there's another mystery that I really must ask you to explain.
Oh, is he gonna ask? Is he gonna ask it?
Tell me.
And that is?
You know very well what it is.
Oh, jeez. I'm freaking scared.
The unresolved matter of Iris's father.
Thank you, she asked it.
Of course. I'd almost forgotten about that one.
Well, would you look at the time? I gotta go back on the next ship to Japan. I should have seen this coming, I suppose. Yep. So tell me, who's Iris's father?
Iris told us that all the notes about the great detective's adventures that are in that metal chest were written by her father. Isn't that correct, Mr. Sholmes?
That is indeed what I told young Iris. Oh, okay. Okay.
But if you're Mr. Sholmes' partner, father, and you wrote all those case notes, then Iris's father must be you.
So Iris is part Japanese. Okay, I can see it. Pardon my word, Mr. Sato. Pardon my word, Mr. Sato. You are coming along wonderfully as well. You too have heard about the method of loss. No! No. You finally grasped the art of deduction. What? even he's like, what the fuck you're talking about, Sholmes?
What you've always told me, father, is that my mother died when I was born 16 years ago, and you left me in grandmother's care whilst you embarked on your study tour of Britain, and I've always accepted that. But all this about Iris...
Oh, there it is.
Susato-san's ice-cold stare.
No. Now hold on a minute. It was very complicated. I mean, it's really not.
Oh god! Then perhaps you'd like to explain exactly what it is.
No, Susie, stop! Susato, stop! No! Don't hurt your own father. Calm down. There it is. Now the eyes go from ice cold to red hot. Just before she. No, really, you've got the wrong end of the stick. Sholmes, say something, man. This is Maury Povich. That's quite enough, my fiery fellows. Mr. Sholmes, where did you get all dressed up? Well, I don't like to interrupt this exciting exploration of the past, Mikatoba and I have an urgent matter that requires a short excursion.
But it's very late, Mr. Sholmes.
Where must you go? He's like, okay, Mr. Sato, I'll stop you right there. Come on, Mikotoba, we gotta go. And she's like chasing after him. Come back here. Oh, no, Naruto, man. Come back here. Why, my dear madam, is that not obvious? My partner and I must pursue our natural enemies. So, get your coat, Mikotoba. The game is afoot.
But Jones, I really must give Susato a full explanation, I think.
Later, my dear fellow, later. Our carriage awaits downstairs already.
You haven't changed one iota, have you? I mean, really, I visit our home after 10 long years.
Oh, this is his home.
And when I open that chest in a fit of nostalgia, I quite inexplicably pass out. And as if that wasn't enough, when I eventually regain consciousness, I'm plunged straight into all this.
That is right. He just literally woke up and it's like, okay, time to go.
Father, please. Go with Mr. Sholmes now.
Oh, now you're calm.
What? I've no doubt that whatever happened, you were acting in everyone's best interest, even if you did hook up with a random person at a brothel.
Okay, no. That's wrong. That's very wrong.
I trust you completely. Susato. And sending the great detective and his great partner off. And sending the great detective and his great partner off on renewed adventures together is more than I could have hoped for in my wildest dreams. Okay, I guess. Very well then. We'll speak again later.
So, I believe your own work is done for the day. I wish you the best of luck for tomorrow.
Yes, Naruto. Good luck in battle, and in reaching a decision. A decision about whether to go back to Japan, I suppose.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't want to go back to Japan though. I don't want to go back. I love Britain. Okay, we got to get ready for the trial there.
So much happened that day that I barely knew what to do with myself. It would only be later that I'd come to realize.
I love Naruto, Ryunosuke and Susato's voice actors. They're really great.
How amidst the chaos I'd unleashed were all the clues I needed to finally unearth the truth. And that all the turmoil was necessary to give me the resolve to see everything through.
Roll credits. Wait, what? That's it? That's it? What? That's the end of the episode? What? Okay, game, when I said roll credits, I didn't mean it literally. Come on, please, can we just, that's it? Okay, you know what? No, we're not stopping it here. We're going on to the next episode. We gotta do this. Come on. Come on, people. We gotta keep going. Let's go. Okay, here we go. The final chapter. Okay. This has been a very long journey. This game took me months because I took time off. This game took me months to get to this point. We have finally reached the end of the tunnel, and it's time we finally figure out what happened. Let's go. Yes. No, let's just go partway in now. Let's start now. Oh, I'm so excited. I guess there's no introduction, like, you know, the intro animation, but it's fine. So, the time's finally come. Oh, what's with this added, like, added instruments to this thing. This is cool. Oh god, that like hit my ear at the right spot. Oh god, like I think it's like showing how tense everything is. Like it's like the familiar melody is there, but at the same time there's all these added instruments, like all these different elements that are coming together to create a really like dramatic harmony. Okay, let's do it. So, the time's finally come. Today, we unravel everything. Oh, what's his face? What is his face, Susato? I'll be counting on your support more than ever today, Mr. Sato. I don't like this face on her. Can we just wipe it off, please? Susato, cheer up, please. Mr. Sato? Oh, what the? Susato! What the? Susato. Now's not the time for a Susato takedown. We have more things to deal with.
Oh no! What's the matter, Mr. Naruto?
Nothing. I was just saying that I'll be relying on your support today, but I like it to be like this. He's like this, like,
Oh, what's the matter, Mr. Naruto?
he's like this. I don't know, Susato, but can you pick me up, please?
I'm so sorry. Of course. I know I can be rather incompetent at times, but
Sorry.
I shan't let you down.
Would you mind helping me to my feet then?
Oh dear, I'm really very sorry.
Oh god, this is a great start to the episode already. Susato-san isn't her usual self at all. But that's hardly surprising, I suppose. She's just found out that her father is the partner of a world-famous detective. Not to mention...
Good morning, sir.
Huh?
Oh, Van Zeeks! Hello. Hi. Lord Van Zeeks.
Thank you for all your efforts yesterday. What? Did I hear that correctly? Yeah, he's thanking you. What?
Oh, no, nothing.
Just, I hope we could clear things up today. I really can't make this man out. His face says, I hate you, but his words are almost jovial today. That's how I am with this man. He's like, he's so, like, I make him monotone, but his personalities are clashing right now. I don't know how I feel about it. In fact, he hasn't been very Reaper-like at all since this all began yesterday.
Lord Van Zeeks isn't the Reaper, Mr. Naruto.
Good point. The Reaper? I suppose in hindsight, I shouldn't have allowed that misconception to go unchallenged. True. Huh? It was my tacit acceptance of that pseudonym. My failure to stop the Reaper becoming something more than a mere legend that led to all this.
But you're not to blame for that, Lord Van Zeeks. It's only because serious crime in the capital dropped off so sharply when the public started calling you that. That's why you didn't say anything, isn't it?
To be frank, I'm not sure that was the sole reason.
What do you mean?
There was a rumor at the time that the Reaper was really the ghost of my late brother.
Huh.
See me? Ooh. That having been slain by that evil killer, Clint's restless spirit returned as some sort of demigod, to wield the deadly blade of justice where I, by dint of the law, could not.
Excuse me? Ooh. Yes, we've heard that story too.
When I lost him. Oh god, there's that painting again. I felt as though I'd lost my guiding light. I didn't know where to go or what to do. And so,
in some small way. I wonder if perhaps those rumors made me feel his absence a little less keenly. Even if I knew it was just an illusion, just some nonsense conjured up by an over-imaginative public.
He was obviously extremely important to you. Yeah, I was about to say, like, this entire thing with Van Zieks and his brother is a lot. You could tell that Van Zieks really cared about Clint. And so my thing is, like, he kept that pseudonym and that kind of like legend going because that was kind of giving him, I don't want to say it's closure. I wanted to say that was him like keeping Clint alive per se, because if it really was Clint's spirit or whatever going after him, even if it was a very bad thing, even though it was very bad, the fact that like people believed that was Clint, and he made him lead to want to believe that too. So I think that's where that is going. I could be wrong though, so don't take my word for it.
He was obviously extremely important to you. Lord Clint Van Zieks.
Well, what's important now is uncovering the truth. That's all that matters. I know that you didn't take anyone's life. Well, that's not entirely the truth. Huh? What are you not telling me? And I intend to prove that beyond a shadow of a doubt in court today. I never thought I'd say this, but I can see it in your eyes, that burning desire to cut through all the lies and deception. I can't deny it any longer. You are a lawyer of absolute integrity.
Thank you.
Man, what's with these compliments, Van Zieks? Once we get out of this and you're free, you're free? I mean, I can get us some wine. Maybe, actually, no, you have a lot of wine. You can probably spare like a couple bottles, right? Want to take me out to dinner for this? After this? Now tell me, why do I detect the scent of expensive tea leaves in the air? Is that Iris? There she is! Oh my god, what's with this face? Oh, Iris! When did you get here?
Oh. I brought you one of my special blends. Hurley loves it. He says it helps him to clear his head.
I thank you.
Oh.
That's surely the first and last time I'll ever see a sight like this. I mean, yep. I mean, can we like just like rewind to that moment, like seeing Iris like crooning over Van Zieks? You seem different today, Iris.
Oh?
Sort of subdued, I suppose.
I am not.
What happened yesterday is obviously still playing on her mind a lot. She's clearly very troubled about having stolen that autopsy report. Okay, let me speak English clearly. Like the line, she's clearly. She's clearly very troubled about having stolen that autopsy report from Dr. Seitz's laboratory.
All right then. Good luck to you both. I have to make a move now.
Oh, you're not staying? I thought you'd want to watch today's proceedings.
Well, I'd like to cheer you on, obviously. But I've got lots to get ready.
Get ready? For what?
Oh yes. Would you take this?
Oh, it's one of her things! Yay, so cute! Isn't that one of the little felt dolls that's usually dangling from your knapsack?
Yes, it's a lucky charm. A little early that I made one.
Oh, that is so cute! Oh, get someone to send that to me, please. Can you make a little tiny felt doll, please? Well, Now that I think about it, I could sew it myself. What am I talking about? A Hurley? It looks more like a Harley to me. Ryunosuke, you're going into a trial right now. No time for puns.
If for some reason you completely run out of options in the trial today, then just pull this little Hurley's ears as hard as you possibly can.
What? Pull his ears?
That's right, it's a way to bring good luck. I think you might need it.
Iris's lucky charm has been entered into the court record. Oh my god. Have they been preparing for this all for the past couple days? I feel like they have.
You think what we'll need is luck? I just think to peek inside the courtroom. And it seemed very different to normal.
Yes, it will seem that a certain someone has decided to pull out all the stops. What does that mean?
What about Mr. Sholmes, Iris? I don't know. He was out all night and he had to come home by the time I left this morning.
Oh god. Oh no, Sholmes, what are you doing? Oh Sholmes, please don't mess this up.
Oh, I see.
Was Professor Mikotoba out all night too, do you think, Mr. Sato?
Yes, it would seem so. I telegrammed the hotel this morning. And apparently they didn't come back to their rooms last night at all.
Oh no. Something big happened. Oh god. They?
Father and Judge Jigoku, I mean.
Oh no. What's happening? Judge Jigoku too?
That's right. Nobody appears to have seen.
Oh god. Oh no. Something's big. Oh, something's happening and we don't even know. Something's happening. I don't know.
Commission for the defense of the defendant. Court is about to be in session. Please make your way inside the courtroom at once.
Good luck then, Runo. Good luck, Susie.
Yes. Thanks, Iris.
And you, Mr. Reaper. I hope it goes well.
He's not the Reaper. Once again, I thank you for the delicious tea. It was very soothing.
Oh, I'm so glad. We must go inside now, Lord Van Zeeks.
He's like, huh? Lord Van Zeeks has always been the formidable prosecutor I've had to lock horns with in court. But not today. Today, I battle with another in pursuit of the truth. My best friend, Kazuma Asogi, who I trust more than anyone else in the world. Now I understand what it was that drew me here to Britain all those months ago. Now I know exactly what destiny had in store for me. It's all been leading up to this one day, to this one trial, to this one final reckoning. Oh, that was a good monologue. Okay, obviously Strongheart is the one who's been pulling all the stops, but what could be happening? Because I think we all knew that Strongheart was the one who was pulling out all the stops, but like, I wonder what the stops were, you know? It feels even more oppressive here than it did yesterday. There are cold stares piercing me like knives from all sides today. My god, like, it's so quiet. I don't like it.
Mr. Naruto, look!
No! Oh no! No! Oh no! Oh no! Oh god. I thought it was gonna... So this is what he meant by all the stops. He wants to bring this to an end. Oh no! He's gonna make our job so much harder. Oh no! Because you saw how he was with Kazuma. You saw how he was. Now this! Oh no! Oh. Oh no! Oh god! Oh. Are we really prepared for this? Because I'm not. Neither mentally, physically, or emotionally. Oh god!
Chat, help me.
Okay, here we go. Let's get back to it.
Lord Strongheart!
Kazuma must have known beforehand.
The ramifications of this trial now extend far beyond the murder of one Scotland Yard inspector. In fact, events have come to light that threaten to rock the very foundations of our country's legal system.
The escape of a condemned criminal on the night of his execution, the subsequent unlawful shooting of the man, and the revelation that prison staff must have been complicit in the jailbreak.
Britain is currently hosting an
No.
Britain is currently hosting influential members of the judiciary from countries all around the world. It is imperative that we uncover the truth in these proceedings to avoid international embarrassment.
Oh god, those eyes are staring into my soul.
By royal decree, this will continue to be a closed trial. And one over which I, Mayor Strongheart, exercise total and unequivocal authority.
Oh god, what's happening? The six jurors' flames just...
As was the case in yesterday's proceedings, those here present in the public gallery are distinguished members of our judiciary, assembled to bear witness to a fair judicial process.
In other words, a collection of your acolytes, Lord Strongheart.
Yes, indeed. They'll do anything I say. On a personal note, I find this most distressing, Lord Van Zinks. You were a prosecutor of exceptional talent. Much like your brother, Clint, in fact.
Oh, don't you bring his brother in here to this. Holy shit. That was... Oh, dear lord. Okay. This is gonna be rough. Let's do it.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. For the trial of Beric Van Zinks, who officially stands accused of murder.
What is this orchestral piece? Holy... Oh god, this is so good. Okay. I'm pumped. Let's do it.
Counsels for the prosecution and defense. Are you in full readiness to proceed?
The defense is ready, my lord. As is the prosecution.
Yesterday's proceedings brought to light a shocking and disturbing fact. There was a side to the victim, Inspector Tobias Gregson, that was unknown to his superiors at Scotland Yard.
Yes, he was carrying out operations in secret, which Scotland Yard knew nothing about.
And in those clandestine operations, he had an accomplice.
Mr. Daily Vigil, who would be given the inspector's identification and present himself around the capital in order to establish credible alibis for Gregson. In that way, Gregson appeared to be carrying out his regular Scotland Yard work when, in fact, he wasn't.
At the end of yesterday's session, Mr. Vigil, who had been suffering from amnesia, regained his memory. It would appear he buried his memories of the time deep inside himself as a means of self-preservation. because Felicity, who was engaged as chief warder at Barclay Prison, he abetted the convict's escape.
Mr. Vigil is currently recuperating at St. Signers. He's recovered enough to give a signed statement about his movements on the day prior to the incident. He's formally admitted to posing as Gregson whilst investigating the Red-Headed League.
Which brings us to the crucial issue of the victim's time of death. The defense yesterday proposed a suggestion that the victim may have been killed 1 day earlier. This was based largely on the discovery that the victim's pocket watch had not been wound.
The prosecution has something to report on that subject, my lord.
Really? Go ahead, Prosecutor Asogi.
I met once again with the coroner yesterday to discuss the issue. She confirmed that the defense's suggestion could not be ruled out. Huh. Okay. So I kind of feel like we kind of helped our case a little bit, you know? Oh, whoops. Sorry, my headphone got caught. Okay, we're good. It's entirely possible that Inspector Gregson was killed on the 31st of October, the day before his body was discovered, on Halloween, on All Hallows Eve. I have here an updated autopsy report that includes the amended details. Excuse me.
But the official opinion of the investigation team was made clear yesterday that the time of death was 5 p.m. on the 1st of November. Oh my god, that is even a more horrifying face. Oh god, I'm so scared. I'm scared.
There are indications of an attempt to disguise the real time of death, however. It seems that the natural decaying process of the victim's body may have been slowed by keeping it chilled.
That's out of the question. There are no refrigeration devices in that part of London large enough to accommodate a human corpse.
My lord, this is more than just conjecture. There's evidence to support the idea. We must investigate it thoroughly.
Very well. The court would accept the new report as evidence. However, if this updated report is deemed to be accurate, it would give renewed significance to the movements of the victim on the day before the Fresno Street incident.
It would, yes. Especially since on that day, Inspector Gregson was using Mr. Vigil to cover up his real movements. It's conceivable that he was killed in the course of his secret activities.
Do I sense that the prosecution has some information regarding those activities?
Scotland Yard put an enormous effort into investigating that precise matter yesterday. And what did you find? Tell us. I think we should begin by presenting the results of that investigation work. So the prosecution calls its first witness now. Who is it? Is it Gina? It is Gina! I knew it. State your name and occupation for the court. Inspector Gina Lestrade reporting. Raper said. Rapper. Oh, no, sorry. I said raper. I meant to say rapper. Inspector Gina Lestrade reporting. Representative of Scotland Yard. A self-conferred rank, but never mind. Gina? Again? Exactly. What's your problem, Odo? What's with that Gina again? Look, huh? Ryunosuke need to be better at masking your true thoughts and feelings, okay? It's gonna get you a whole lot of trouble. Real quick, is the updated autopsy report for this? That's Clint's. And then, okay, there you go. They did update it, okay. The boss meant the world to me. I done more for me than anyone else ever did. Excuse me, I saved your life? Okay. I saved you from being convicted of a crime that you didn't commit?
Oh, Inspector Gregson, you mean?
He got me out the back slums of the East End and took me under his wing. Taught me that life can have a purpose. So that's why I'm the best person to be standing here speaking for him.
Oh, Gina. Right. All out of the goodness of Gregson's heart. Not at all that he had his arm twisted by Mr. Sholmes. No. What's relevant to these proceedings is that the outcome of Scotland Yard's investigations yesterday has revealed that the victim was carrying out some assignment to the police that the police knew nothing about.
Very troubling.
That face. Lord Strongheart knew. Okay, didn't I say that Strongheart was behind most of these things, or I feel like he was sus about things? Is he the leader of this organization? Is Lord Strongheart the one who's carrying out all these criminal activities, and everyone else is taking the fall for it? Because if so, holy crap! Wow. All right, let's keep going. So, Inspector Lestrade, let's hear exactly what it says in that report.
Coming right up, sir.
Oh god, here we go.
All yard detectives are supposed to follow orders and investigate what they're told. But a little search of the boss's office turned up a notebook that had a load of secret meetings in it. According to that, the boss was looking into some smuggled goods dealings that day. Looks like it was a big job and all, but the coppers weren't onto it yet. What matters most is, there's witnesses what saw the Reaper at the place too.
Okay, here we go. Smuggled goods?
I don't know, do I? I'm just telling you what was written in the book.
Tobacco, tea, spices, medicines. Goods of all sorts flow into London by illegal channels from across the globe. It's well known that they're disposed of at regular black markets that take place in the capital. But the police are rarely able to locate them in time. So Inspector Gregson was investigating one of those black markets.
It's been suggested that high-ranking government officials may be involved in black market activity. No doubt Gregson was trying to avoid details of his investigations being leaked to the involved parties. That would explain why he was operating on his own authority without the Yard's knowledge.
And do we know exactly... Oh no, sorry. I read that wrong. And do we know where the dealings were taking place at this time? In a particular room of a certain exclusive London gentleman's club. And on the day in question, the accused is known to have been there. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Let's see. My thing just went down, so I'm checking the frame rate right now. And not the frame rate, the bit rate. So give me 1 quick second. Alrighty. Let's see here. Okay. This should be okay for now. We'll keep going. But if it cuts out again, I just have a very unstable bit rate right now. My connection is not that great right now. So give me 1 second while I double check. Okay. We're gonna keep going. But if it cuts out again, I apologize. We'll keep going. Okay. Let's try this again. Let me read from back a few months. No doubt. Okay, so we were talking about Strongheart.
It's been suggested that high-ranking government officials may be involved in black market activity. No doubt Gregson was trying to avoid details of his investigations being leaked to the involved parties. That would explain why he was operating on his own authority without the Yard's knowledge.
And do we know where the dealings were taking place this time? In a particular room of a certain exclusive London gentlemen's club. And on the day in question, the accused is known to have been there. Okay. So we'll keep going. I hope that my connection doesn't cut out again. But if that happens, I apologize. We'll try it again. That's the conclusion of Scotland Yard's investigation into the matter. That can't be! We haven't heard anything about any of this. Oh, sorry. Members of the club have testified to it. There's no question. The accused, Beric Van Zeeks, was present.
That would be very significant testimony then.
Oh my, but Lord Van Zeeks has made no mention of this at all.
In short, Lord Van Zeeks had ample opportunity to murder the victim. Oh God.
Very well then. Very well then. Counsel for the defense, begin your cross-examination.
God, please don't look at me like that. Please. Okay. Let's go. All y'all detectives have specified an orders to investigate what the tell. Hold it! So, you follow orders, do you, Gina? Nah, not me. I'm above all that, see? Oh. Gina, you're supposed to follow no matter what, okay? The boss always had special orders for me. Grab us some fish and chips or go and give Debbie his grub. That kind of thing. So, errands more than orders then. This detective is still an apprentice after all. Yeah, well, this apprentice ain't one to sit around and wait to be told what to do, even by the boss. That's why I've been doing my own investigations until what happened. I didn't find much at first. But a little search of the boss's office turned up a notebook that had a load of secret meetings in it. Hold it! So you went through Inspector Gregson's things? Yup, as part of the independent Lestrade investigation. Oh God, she's tampering with evidence. I'm sure your superiors would be delighted that you're taking the initiative. Oh God, Ryunosuke, you wouldn't even know the half of it. So I snuck into his office when no one else was about. Cause if anyone at the yard had seen me going in there, they'd have took me straight out on the street. See? It's sounding less and less like an investigation and more like something else. The prosecution understands that it was the very detective who discovered the notebook. You got that right. Nothing gets past Inspector Lestrade and a trusty... Let me do that again. You got that right. Nothing gets past Inspector Lestrade and a trusty assistant Chief Inspector Toby. We found it hidden in one of his desk drawers that had a false bottom. Bottom. That's impressive. So then I wanted to arm myself where no one could find me so I could have a picture of what was written in it. Because if anyone at the yard had found me out, they'd have toughed me straight on the street. Yes, we get that.
Haha. I've given it now. I've given it in now, though, ain't I? And if it weren't for me, it would never have been found. According to that, the boss was looking into some smuggled goods dealings that day.
Okay, let's see what this is all about. Do you have any idea where those dealings were taking place?
Yup. It was all there in the boss's notes. Haha. Let's see if I can remember.
As I already said, the illegal dealings were due to take place at a gentleman's club. Yes, I remember, but I was hoping to find out the name of the club. That won't be necessary.
What?
It's conceivable that the club might be used again by the smugglers in the future. Therefore, the prosecution has been asked not to reveal the name of these proceedings.
I don't know what all the fuss is about. It's right here. All I gotta do is read it out. And I could too. I've got this rating game buttoned up now. Can I show you what I can do? Go on, what's the on? What's the on?
The judge hasn't signaled his objection yet. I can try to find out. What should I do? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. This is a closed court. The proceedings are confidential. There shouldn't be any possibility of the information being leaked.
As I explained, there is some possibility of politicians being involved in this affair. The prosecution is rightfully exercising caution, I imagine.
No, my lord. The prosecution has no objection.
What?
Kazuma. There's no question that that Inspector Gregson was looking into these black market dealings. However, it's not yet been established that he was on that particular trail on the day in question. If the defense requires to know the club's name, the prosecution has no intention of being obstructive.
Alright.
Right then. I get to show off me reading skills. Apparently, the smuggled goods deal was gonna happen at a gentleman's club called the Grouse. The Grouse. Can we take a look at that, please? I wonder what the hell's going on here.
Hold it!
The Grouse? What sort of a club is that?
I ain't got the foggiest. Clubs ain't exactly my thing. But I am kinda curious.
There are not places where a foreign student like you would be readily admitted. Have you looked into the mirror recently? Yes, I have. I'm looking at it right now.
I tell you what, me and Chief Inspector Toby could go in undercover.
Could you though?
I could pick out a few good marks and say what else I could find out while I was in there.
I really don't think you should go picking out anything. Please don't, Gina. Anyway, that's where these black market dealings were going to take place, is it?
Yeah, it's gotta be. That's what the lower ranking detectives at the yard reckon.
Says the even lower ranking detective. Okay, real quick though. How is she gonna sneak into a gentleman's club if she really tried to? Huh? Tell me that. Riddle me that, Gina. How are we gonna sneak into that kind of place? Because here's the thing. Even if you wanted to, you're just a child. You're just a child at the end of the day. So I don't know how you think you're gonna get past this. Oh, I clicked the thing again. Sorry. I keep clicking the game by accident. That's my bad.
Looks like it was a big job and all, but the coppers weren't onto it yet.
Hold it!
So how had Inspector Gregson come to find out about it in that case?
That's the question, ain't it? But I'm just an apprentice, so.
And why didn't he inform Scotland Yard of his findings?
Yeah, that's what I was asking myself. Cause you know, I'm just an apprentice.
When it suits you, yes. You like to, okay, she likes to tout that she's an inspector, but like, look at her. Can you really claim that she is? I don't know.
Anyway, the point is, something went on in that club. No question.
You can't say that for certain, though, surely. Excuse me. Whew.
What matters most is there's witnesses to what saw the Reaper at the place too.
Hold it! Lord Van Seeks was at the club? He was. He was getting his freak on. Detectives who visited the club yesterday to make inquiries have confirmed it. He dropped it down low. Very low. Kazuma, are you trying to say... Were you there too? No, I wasn't. Several members report have seen... I have to say this clearly. Several members report having seen the accused being admitted into the room in question as a guest. It looks like there's no disputing that he was there then.
Well, we know that Lord Van Seeks was investigating Inspector Grayson, don't we? Perhaps he'd already discovered the Inspector's secret notebook.
So can we read the secret notebook, please? Which led him to the club, you mean? Maybe. Presumably then, there are also eyewitnesses who can testify that Gregson was there. No. None have been... Okay, no, this is sus. So, there's people saying they saw, Van Zeeks go in there. You're telling me that they saw him go in there, but they didn't see Gregson go in there. Kinda strange, kinda sus. None have been identified at this time, no. So the all-important victim wasn't seen at this mysterious club.
Oi! Why ain't you asking Inspector Lestrade, huh?
So that's all I've got to work with. Gina's not holding back with that ice-cold stare of hers, is she?
I really don't know what to make of all this.
Lord Van Zeeks told us that he was investigating Inspector Gregson, but he never once mentioned that he met the inspector the day before the incident.
You don't think Lord Van Zeeks could have been lying to us, do you?
That's not the only way to explain this.
Oh.
If everything Lord Van Zeeks has told us is true, then there must be a mistake in this testimony somewhere.
You mean, there are details we've yet to uncover?
Exactly. A clue, perhaps, that even Gina hasn't noticed. That's what we should be looking for here. Okay, so time to look into all the evidence we have. Okay, so real quick, let's see what we have in our thing. Okay, what's all the new relevant information we have? Okay, actually let me read this stuff. It's examined. Okay. Okay, so that's the autopsy report for Clint, the passport for Gregson. Okay. Let's see. Oops. Have you seen this huge gash across the side of the trunk here? It's gone right through the leather and into the metal behind.
Gosh, for a metal chest like this to have been so badly damaged, whatever made the gash must have struck the side of the trunk with considerable force.
I wonder how it happened. Okay, let's open this up. Let's have a look inside. There's the passport, there's the thing. Do you see that? There's something stuck in the side of the trunk here. It's glinting.
It looks like a fragment of metal of some sort, but it's wedged in so tightly I can't remove it.
Well, don't cut yourself. You better leave it, I think. Yeah, please don't go. Kids, don't go handling sharp, pointy objects without help. Look, there's something inside.
Oh, let's see. It appears to be a passport, authorizing him to travel overseas.
Was Inspector Gregson about to go on a trip abroad then?
Perhaps the date of departure might tell us something. That was... Oh!
What is it?
It was for travel on the 31st of October, just one day before the incident.
What? Really? Gregson went to France the day before his body was discovered. Okay, there's the blood. Look at this dark stain here. Do you think...
Yes, I'm afraid so. I think it's blood.
Ugh, I knew you were going to say that, so that presumably means...
That this was present at the scene when Inspector Gregson was killed. It's the most logical conclusion, yes.
To think Gina's been carrying this around with her. If you didn't know any better, I suppose it does look like a grease stain from all the fish and chips. How does that look like a grease stain? That's too red! Okay. I feel like it's the passport. That's the thing. But where do we present it? That's the question. So let's save here. I always save just to be sure I don't mess anything up. I want to have a good save point to go back to. Okay, let's look at... Okay, before we present that though, let's see if there's anything else that's relevant to this case. Okay, let's present this here. Let's present the passport.
Objection!
Nope, I was wrong. Okay, let's try it again. Actually, no. We'll keep going, and then. Holy shit. Okay, let me read that. The witness's last statement exhibits a fundamental inconsistency.
Not one that any British court would recognize, Counsel.
What?
Remember, this is a closed court. Whatever fate befalls you in here, no one outside will ever know.
Should I be wondering if I'll make it out of this courtroom alive? I mean, at this point, yeah. Okay, so the only thing that she doesn't know is the passport.
Objection!
But where am I supposed to present it though? Okay, you know what? Okay, we're gonna load that save because I am confused. It has to be something she doesn't know, and I don't think she knows about the passport.
I really don't know what to make of all this. Lord Antiques told us that he was investigating Inspector Gregson, but he never once mentioned that he met the inspector the day before the incident. You don't think Lord Antiques could have been lying to us, do you?
It's not the only way to explain this.
Oh,
If everything Lord Antiques told us is true, a stake in this testimony somewhere.
you mean there are details we've yet to uncover?
Exactly. A clue, perhaps, that even Gina hasn't noticed. That's what we should be looking for here. Okay. But a load starts to spot optioned up a notebook that a load of secret means in it.
Hold it!
Let me double check this one. So you went through Inspector Gregson's things.
Yup, as part of the independent Lestrade investigation.
I'm sure your superiors would be delighted. Okay. The thing is, like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to present because, like, I know that it's possibly the passport that is the thing, but I can't put my finger on if that's the actual thing. You know, I'm so lost because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so yeah. I am trying to figure out for the life of me what it is. Okay. Apparently, the smoke of goods deal was gonna happen at Jump's Cup Club. The grouse. Let me double check that one. The grouse. What sort of a club is that? Something that. Okay, ain't the foggiest. Blah 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 blah. No. I tell you what, me and Chief Inspector Toby could go undercover. Could you though? No. She's a child. She can't do anything. She can't do any of this stuff that she claims she can do. Let's see. Let's keep. I gotta keep pressing these statements.
Hold it!
So how had Inspector Grayson come to find out about it in that case? But I'm just an apprentice, so why didn't he inform Scotland Yard of his findings? Yeah, that's about it. Because you know I'm just an apprentice when it suits you. Oh God, I am so lost. I'm trying to figure out for the life of me what the heck to present. Can't say for certain though, surely. What matters most is there were witnesses who saw the Reaper at that place too.
Hold it!
Let's see. Lord Van Zieks was at the club. He was. Detectives who visited the club yesterday to make inquiries have confirmed it. Several members of a report have seen the accused being admitted to the room and the question as a guest. It looks like there's no disputing that he was there then. Well, we know that Lord Van Zieks was investigating. Inspector Gregson told me. Oh God, I don't know what to present. I am like, which led him to the club. You mean? Maybe. Oh God. So let's see here. Okay. I am like, oh God, I don't know what to present. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, is it the updated autopsy report? Let me see here. Okay, let me save again. And let me look at everything, because I cannot figure out what it is. Okay, let's see everything. Tobias Gregson, time. Evidence suggests measures disguises time of death. Let's see here. Okay. I think we looked at everything, right? Like, there's not a single thing I missed. We already looked at that. We already looked at everything. Like, I can't figure out if there's anything I missed. Because I feel like I already did, like, find everything. Like, is there false bottoms in this thing? There's the shard. God, I can't put my finger on it, though. That's not going to be relevant to us, though. No. Okay, let's open it up. Come on. Yeah, we already went to this the other day. Okay. Well, there's nothing else that's relevant here. Something that Gina doesn't know about. What could that be, though? Let's read this again. But I can't even begin to think of what it is. Oh, what the heck is this?
Oh, it looks like this is some sort of steamship ticket. The
Okay, okay. This is why you turn over things to the other side.
The SS Grouse, first class cabin 1. Yokohama departure 11th September. Okay.
And this is why you turn it over.
It called a Dunkirk.
Okay. Okay, let me read that again. Right over on the SS Buria. It seems a shame not to keep your ticket as a memento of your trip, don't you think?
Yes, I agree. I have mine safely in my diary.
And I keep mine in my wallet, so I have it with me at all times. Oh, well, how strange. Where could it have gone? Ryanosuke!
Are you like this on purpose, Mr. Naruhodo?
Did I imagine it, or was that accompanied by a little sigh? Yeah. Okay, well, now that we have that, now I think I know which one we're supposed to put that on. Okay. Is this the answer? Please tell me this is the answer. Because I'm tired of looking at evidence right now. Please tell me.
Objection!
Thank God.
I've read about these clubs that exist here in Britain. As I understand it, they are places where well-to-do gentlemen socialize with friends and colleagues. Don't imagine for a second that a foreign student like you would be admitted.
Seriously, is your mirror cracked or something? Oh God, I love that. Let me do it again. Seriously, is your mirror cracked or something? Do we know for sure that the contraband dealings were definitely happening at a club called the Grouse?
The police are currently looking for evidence, but haven't found anything definitive yet.
And I'm sorry to say that they probably won't.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that the place Inspector Gregson was secretly going to visit on the 31st. I mean that the place Inspector Gregson was secretly going to visit on the 31st of October may not have been a gentleman's club at all.
You're showing a very irreverent attitude towards our country's police force there, Counsel. If it wasn't a gentleman's club, then what was it?
A steamship. You think it's a ship? I have the evidence to prove it. Here.
Let me see that. This dark-suited young man is not in the least bit untrustworthy.
The other side, my lord.
Be more specific next time.
Oh God, I'm sorry, don't kill me.
Ah. This would appear to be a ticket for passage upon a steamship, yes. The SS Grouse.
There we go.
Objection!
Oh. So, there's a steamship named the Grouse that happens to share a name with the club. But I'm afraid to say, there's a flaw in your logic there. How? Look at the ticket. Notice the date of arrival in port.
The ship arrived at the port of Dover on the 1st of November. Ah.
The day on which the sound like a gunshot was heard on Fresno Street. In other words, on the day in question here, the 31st of October, when the victim was on his clandestine mission. that ship hadn't yet docked on British shores.
That would certainly make an undercover investigation somewhat challenging.
Objection!
The fact that the steamship hadn't yet reached Britain substantiates the defense's assertion that the victim was investigating the SS Grouse on the day in question. Then show your evidence for that assertion. Very well. Huh? I didn't mean that seriously.
In that case, counsel for the defense, present your evidence to the court now. Evidence that substantiates your claim that the victim was investigating the SS Grouse on the 31st of October.
That's where the passport comes in.
Take that!
What's this? A passport for travel issued to the victim.
Huh?
Dated 31st of October. What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that just one day before the inspector's body was discovered, there's a distinct possibility he wasn't even in the country. This is getting good.
Order! Order! This document is for passage to France. It does appear to have been officially authorized.
The day before the SS Grouse arrived at Dover, it docked on the northern coast of France for a night. According to my father, who was on board at the port of Dunkirk.
Dunkirk, France. What could possibly have taken the victim there?
I'm impressed, Rinosuke Naruto. I certainly didn't expect you to get your hands on that passport. Yeah, of course they know. What am I surprised about? What? You mean you knew about this? The prosecution's strategy for this trial has been laid down by the Crown Prosecution Office. On the day before the incident, the victim was investigating contraband dealings at a London club. That's the outcome of Scotland Yard's investigations, and the line the prosecution has been asked to follow. But personally, I don't agree. I think the prosecutor's office is trying to hide something. What? What? And now they've expertly disproven their assertion, I intend to reveal what I believe that something to be.
What are you playing at, Prosecutor Sogi?
A courtroom is a forum for the truth, my lord. Which is why it's my duty to present all the facts, without exception.
Let me guess. This was your intention from the outset, wasn't it?
Let me do that with the sassy, with like a sarcastic voice.
Let me guess. This was your intention from the outset, wasn't it? What a surprise.
The reason Inspector Gregson secretly made his way to the steamship docked in France on the day in question was to carry out a mission for the Reaper. Of course. The Reaper? Gina's like, oh, God. We'll get back to what just happened, but Gina's just standing there like, so, am I done yet? God.
Order! Order! What on earth are you saying, counsel?
The prosecution made an assertion in court yesterday. Let me flash back to it. Inspector Gregson was investigating the identity of the Reaper. When he discovered the location of the man's secret hideout, he was killed. As I'm sure everyone can imagine, by the Reaper's hand. But in reality, the truth is the opposite of that. What? Inspector Gregson wasn't investigating the Reaper at all. He was, in fact, acting for the Reaper. So, you're saying the mission he was undertaking was, obviously, an assassination. Okay. But okay. Van Zeke stated that Gregson doesn't do the dirty work. So who is it? Barrick Van Zeeks never carried out any of the actual killings. Whenever the Reaper's victims lost their lives, he always had a cast iron alibi. Which tells us that he must have had an accomplice.
And you claim that that was Inspector Gregson.
What the hell do you think it's... Oh! I think that was her first mini swear she ever said to us. What the hell do you think you're saying, huh? My boss would never done nothing like that. And yet, when you consider all the facts, it all makes perfect sense, doesn't it? After all, facts don't care about your feelings. Okay, I'm sorry I said that, but like we know that that's what Kazuma is thinking. No, it can't be. We also arrived at the same conclusion, didn't we? That Inspector Gregson was operating as the Reaper. Even so, there's no way that the person giving him his orders was Lord Van Zeeks. No, the true Reaper is somebody else. Barrick Van Zeeks is not the Reaper. A predictable response from someone who's advocating for the man. Of course. And even if it's true that Gregson was operating as an agent of the Reaper, the suggestion that he went aboard the SS Grouse on an assassination mission doesn't follow at all.
Oh, you have some solid reasoning for doubting the assertion, do you, Counsel?
Absolutely. It's very simple. On the day in question, nobody was killed aboard that steamship. Professor Mikotoba and Judge Jigoku were on that very ship. If someone had been assassinated, I'm certain we would have heard about it. What's so funny? You, of course. You're right, of course. No suspicious deaths were reported on board the ship. But I think perhaps you've missed the point. That's precisely why Inspector Gregson himself lost his life. What? Gregson did board the SS Grouse that night with the intention of dispatching his mark. But his mission ended in failure. Failure? It seems that the defense hasn't yet grasped a very important detail here. And what is it? What are you talking about? What detail? Inspector Gina Lestrade. What? The victim's notebook that you read an excerpt from earlier. That doesn't contain details of secret investigations at all. It describes 10 years of assassination plots to be carried out by the Reaper of the Bailey. Excuse me. You're lying! Even if all them bludgers what got taken out at it coming. The boss wanted the Reaper! Poor Gina. There is no question that Tobias Gregson was heavily involved in the Reaper's activities. You may just be an apprentice, but if you spent any time at Scotland Yard, you must have heard rumors. I heard nothing, and I don't believe a word of it. Then testify again, as a representative of Scotland Yard. Consider it your chance to defend your boss. I don't...
Oh, Lord. I concur. The witness would give a new formal testimony. Miss Lestrade, you would tell the court everything you know about Inspector Gregson's secret notebook.
Oh, God. Oh, God, we're just pestering this poor girl. Like, come on, she's still mourning. She has her mourning band on. Ugh. Yeah, this notebook does have a lot of stuff about what the Reaper got up to these past 10 years. Names of victims, dates and places and stuff. And the last entry in there was the 31st of October. It said Grouse for the place on that date, and then the name of the mark. There was a note about him being a criminal who got away from the Reaper in 10 years ago or something. But honest, the boss didn't do none of it. He was just investigating the Reaper, that's all. Can we just stop pestering this poor child?
Keep personal opinion out of your testimony, witness. We require only established fact here.
This must be so hard for her.
You can't deny it now, surely, Rinosuke Naruhodo.
What can't I deny?
The notebook contained the name of the final mark and the location where the assassination would take place. That's information that the victim could only have known if he was working with the Reaper.
Ah!
So, who was to be this final mark?
Go ahead, Inspector Lestrade. Read the name for the court. The name that's written alongside the entry that mentions the grouse on the 31st of October.
How'd you read this then?
Reading's still not a strong suit.
That ain't the problem, alright, no. It's a funny name. It ain't English. It's hard to read.
So it's someone from overseas.
Let me have a bash at it. Say Ishiro.
Oh no! Seishiro Jigoku? Judge Jigoku? No!
Yeah, say
Shiro.
you, maybe?
What? It can't be! Seishiro Jigoku?
But that's Judge Jigoku!
Seishiro Jigoku. Certainly not an English name, you're right.
But that can't be right. I know Judge Jigoku. I saw him the day before yesterday, here in London. So I know for a fact that the man hasn't been assassinated. As I said, the Reaper failed. Oh. He's like, oh, you're right. Whoops. But... What the... What is happening? What is happening? Like... Oh, God. Judge Jigoku is part of it. Is he part of the plot? I did say I would be big brain if I called that Jigoku was part of this entire thing. Was he like the last witness to the deaths or something? Oh no. Did I seriously like plan this entire game out or like know this game's plot? God. I even said that like watch, Judge Jigoku is gonna be part of this. And he is! Oh God. Okay, let's keep going. Gregson missed his chance to kill his mark and return to British shores. But the Reaper wouldn't tolerate the mistake. So he killed the inspector. Personally. Ugh. The Reaper, of course, being the accused, Barrick Van Zeeks.
It's an undeniably logical argument.
Kazuma, you planned for the trial to go this way all along, didn't you?
Hold it!
Oh! Van Zeeks! Huh?
Oh! Leg! We got a leg! Let's go!
Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice whilst I stand accused of murder.
Did you see Gina there for a quick? She's like, what the hell? What the hell? Lord Van Zeeks?
The accused has no right to speak uninvited in court. You will return to the dock.
As I say nothing of whether or not I'm the Reaper. That's the task of this court to decide. But there is one thing I can say unequivocally.
Woo!
That girl is no detective.
Huh? What? No, that's right. I ain't. I'm an inspector.
Repeating rumors heard around the yard. Reading entries from a notebook of unconfirmed origin. That's not testimony. It's practically a script.
No doubt the rest of this trial will go exactly as you clearly planned. Oh, shut up. You taught me this way. Your hatred of me is understandable. In your mind, I'm sure I'm the Reaper. I am the Reaper, who sent your father to the gallows all those years ago. But you're in danger of becoming a far more sinister Reaper yourself. By attempting to have me condemned with this feeble excuse for testimony. What did you say? My god, this feels like a soap opera or something.
Mr. Naruhodo, this is our chance.
My lord, the defense requests that the defendant be allowed to speak. He may be privy to important information relating to the testimony just given by the witness. Oh god, that is just horrifying. Oh god, stop doing that, please. I don't want to die.
What do you think, Mr. Kane?
Oh god.
Very well. I'll make an exception and grant the request. The defendant may remain in the witness stand for the cross-examination.
Then allow me to toast the court's impartiality.
Don't raise your glass in my direction, sir. Counsel for the defense, begin the cross-examination immediately.
Oh god, we haven't got that in a long time. At once, my lord. Okay, here we go. Let's start pressing. Yeah, this notebook does have a lot of stuff about what the Reaper got up to these past 10 years.
Hold it!
In other words, it shows that Gregson was basically acting as the Reaper.
Not you and all. That ain't the only explanation, is it? I could have been investigating the Reaper in secret. That notebook said what he found out.
If I may. When originally people began referring to me as the Reaper, I didn't object. I believe the power to intimidate London's criminal classes into compliance with the law to be beneficial. But you carried out your own investigations into the true identity of the Reaper, didn't you? Yes. And those investigations proved conclusively that Gregson was one arm of the Reaper.
One arm? What are you on about?
The Reaper's victims were all extremely shrewd criminals at the top of their game. There's simply no way one person could have taken them on alone. The Reaper is an organization. With you at its head. I had spies at the yard, keeping me abreast of Gregson's movements, letting me know when he was elsewhere. So I'd been able to check the most recent entry in his book. I knew the location. You knew it said grouse? Believing it to be a reference to the gentleman's club, I went there on the day in question to investigate. Alone.
Ah, so that explains why several members of the club claim to have seen you there.
But of course, the inspector was not there. Because at the time, he was making his way to the steamship docked on the northern coast of France. As shown by the passport found in the victim's metal trunk. Oh. Very well then, back to your testimony about the contents of this notebook.
Fine. Is something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? You seemed a little shocked by something a moment ago.
Oh, no, it's alright. I'm overthinking this, aren't I? Me too. Okay. Oh, look at the time. Okay. So I want to keep. Okay, I really like this case now, but I have to start winding down the stream right here. I have to start getting this stream down because I have to go somewhere later tonight. So I have got to start ending the stream. So okay. So give me one quick second. And as a result of that, today's daily Wordle has to be postponed because I have somewhere to go to today. So yeah, this was a really great episode. Well, technically 2 episodes, because we ended up going to see. We ended up having the last 20, 30 minutes of the episode of episode 4 going into it, and I was like, that was it? That's the end of the episode? No way! And so I immediately wanted to go into the next case because I had to know what was happening. So, like, yeah, this was awesome, and I'm loving this last little bit right now. But Strongheart is scaring the living crap out of me, and I am like, please don't kill me, sir. Please, I'm so sorry. So super excited for what happens next in this case, and we will be back with it very, very soon. So in light of that, I believe I may play this again on Thursday, time allowing. I'll post about it on my Instagram. I might post on a Twitter too, and then also on my Twitch schedule. I will put it there, and we'll double check where we are. So yeah, we might possibly be back with this on Thursday. We'll see what happens. If not, then the next stream will be Friday's Persona 4 Friday. So we'll be back with that for sure. And so in the meantime, guys, just check my social media for all that information, and then check my Twitch schedule to be sure when I'm about to go on. And yeah, that should be it. So yeah, thank you guys for coming today. Great having you in, Mustang. It's been a long time, and it's great having you. I hope to see you next time. And until then, guys, until the next stream, I'll see you later. Bye!